Hey y'all, I'm back. Unfortunately, we live in a world, or should I say a society, where everything don't seem as it supposed to, and everything ain't green on the other side of the block. I know a lot of y'all ask me, what do I mean when I say that? Well, when I seen this post, it was very devastating to me. I was very heartbroken about it, and very it just reminded me when I went back to school in those days. I can't speak on what the issue is in hand, what the issue was in hand, or speak on the problematic, but I can say that a mother out there, Lord Jesus, every time I do stories like this, I get sad. A mother wants to save our teens from a life, gains, and violence. Yeah, I think she's trying to save our teens and stuff from life again. And to be honest with you, I see the violence every day, but I never realized that we even still had gangs out there. But you know what, y'all? I guess that's problematic to me because I guess I don't go out like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I was going out like that, I was a loner. I wasn't being bothered to a lot of people, being bothered with a lot of people. So for me, really didn't see all of that. And plus, I think another thing was I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate, wasn't raised in the projects. The only time I was like from the projects is when I ran away from home and I stayed with friends because I didn't want to abide by my mom rules or because my mom wouldn't accept me because who I was. And back then, which I'm not accusing her for anything, y'all. I'm just saying we just live in a society, unfortunately, where there's violence and where there's gangs, you know, and we don't know how to help our own. We trying to save them, and as quick as we try to save them, that's the quickest they die. You know, uh, Look what happened to them kids in that school. We still recovering from that. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me, y'all. That was my phone. Hold on. We still recovering from that. I was watching something, because when you stream, you got the Fox Sports News, all that. It was a couple of on there. She was talking about her daughter when her daughter got killed. Her daughter was saving another young girl, and the kid was breaking the windows, and she was seeing the other kids come out the windows, but she wasn't seeing hers, and she kept saying, I forgot her daughter's name. I'm not gonna say it anyway if I did. Uh, come on out, but she never came out. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, she still grieves over that, and she still suffers. I don't know. I say this time and time again. I don't know how it is to lose a child, but I'm pretty sure it's hard to lose a child. Um, um. So, with that being said, I mean, we just living in a world of, and in a society of, like I told y'all yesterday when I wrote that post on Facebook. We live in a world society of we caring more about material things. We caring more about drama, or we caring more about other things than we caring about supporting our own community, or we caring more about saving our children, or caring more about saving our lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all know I do a lot of posts. Y'all know I do a lot of reactions. You know, I get on here, I talk about a lot of different little things. You know, I tell y'all all the time, you go around here, you go up out of the street, you mount to catch something. You understand what I'm saying? Then you want to come back and then you want to blame it on this person. Then you want to blame it on that person. Then you want, but why didn't you protect yourself? And that's the question. Why you didn't protect yourself? Why wasn't you going to get checked out every 6 months, 3 to 6 months, however long it is? You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody this. What I know now, I wish I knew back then. You know, do I think it was much harder back then? I can't really say. I think as the time went on, the society and the world had changed. You know, I mean, you got kids fighting over Jordans. You know, I get. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I guess games did matter because look what happened to Nip. You know what I'm saying? He was building a community to save our children, and he ended up in the process getting killed by getting killed himself. So you know, I don't. I mean, I, I'm a loss for words, but at the same time, don't understand. Um, I don't know. I don't know. And then we live in a society of the world today where the parents don't sit their children down either. They don't talk to their children. They don't try to listen to their children. And so their children do the next best thing. They go out there, they hang out with their friends, they go uh smoke, they go do this, they go do that. And the next thing you know, you look up, they in the game. And then the next thing you know, maybe a couple days later or a couple months later, they did. But you want to blame the games. No, you need to blame yourself because you're not sitting down with your child. As a man itself, you're not sitting down with your child. You're not sitting down with your child at all. You know, gangs do exist. You know, I'm not gonna say they don't because I think they still do. But I still think that we could prevent our children from going that route. You know, I'm not being crazy. I know we can. We just gotta come together as one. Sit our kids down and talk to them and see what's going on in their mind. You know what and let them know what's going on in the world today, and let them know what could happen if you go this route, and what could happen if you go this route. You understand what I'm saying? You know, but like I say, it's a lie because if you recall, you remember that bombing. You know, when that young man bombed at school. You know, his mother had no idea, but then it was another lady. She knew what her son was up to, and she took it upon herself so to help them others, so they kids wouldn't get hurt. And I thought that was a good parent right there. She was trying to check out and see what her son was going to do, because not only was he was going to hurt all the people in that school, but he was going to hurt her too. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, we don't we don't sit down. We don't talk to our children. We don't get in our children's lives enough. our kids be yearning for our attention, and we're not giving them the attention that we need. You understand what I'm saying? We're too busy to want to chase out the men or chase out the women. That's the only thing, the one thing that we care about. And then you also have to look at young kids. These young kids today see um, these other kids wearing these new Air Jordans or something, or carrying iPhones, iPads, a Louis Vuitton backpacks, all of that, and they want it. So what they'll do is bully them and get it from them. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. And then when you're called in on it, the first thing that you will say is that my child didn't do this. Well, if your child didn't do it, why are you getting called in on it? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. All I'm trying to say is stay in tune with your children and keep up and see what they doing. Don't allow them to go one direction. Let's save some of our kids, if not all.